What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. For those that don't know, my name is Alina Smith. I'm one half of the production and songwriting team LYRE. We have worked on projects like ITZY, Red Velvet, Produce 101, and many others. And on this channel, we discuss all things music production and songwriting. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. All right, you guys, so it's the end of 2021. I don't know how it feels for everybody. For me, it feels like it's been such a short year. Like, it just clicked over to 2021 and it's already December. It feels crazy. But since this is the end of the year and I am actually going to take a break, I'm not gonna post until next year. So I wanna do something kind of fun and special for you guys. So if you don't know this, I started a TikTok this year and generally started making short form content, 1 minute long vertical videos, all about music production. And some of them have done really well on Instagram or TikTok. So I thought I would put a compilation of them here since they seem to have helped a lot of people and a lot of people have liked them. This is going to be my last video for this year. I am going on holiday break, but if you guys have any ideas for future videos for me for next year, definitely leave them down below. And without further ado, let's just get straight into these tips. This is how you can create vocal harmonies like Bad Boy by Red Velvet.
Open your heart, why don't you give me love, give me love. Open your heart, why don't you give me love, give me love. Open your heart, it's not that hard. Give me love, give me love. Doing what we do.
In K-pop, oohs and ahs are really important, so you want to stack them up with thick harmonies.
Oh, oh, oh. Open your heart, why don't you give me love, give me love. It's not that hard, so go and give it up, give it up. Baby, you know I know that you love me. Doing what we do in the backseat. Oh.
This is how you can produce a pop R&B song like Ariana Grande.
Cause girl, I take that hate it when you eat it. Breakfast, coffee. Cause girl, I take that hate it, eat that shit for breakfast. And I love my eggs with your.
I'm going to teach you how to record cover songs and make them your own. One of the tried and true methods to record a really successful cover is the gender flip. So if the original artist is male, you record a female on it and vice versa. Let's say you have this. Go for this. Next thing you want to do is keep the instrumentation sparse. Chances are the original song was already really well produced, so you don't want to try to compete with it. Finally, you want to create a unique twist on the vocals, like a harmony that wasn't in the original, just something that will differentiate this version from the original one. These are the 3 things you should expect from a songwriting camp. Unless it's a digital Zoom camp, then it's going to be held on location, like a really nice studio, or sometimes even like a tropical location like Bahamas. So you have to remember, this is not going to be your space. So as a producer, you have to make sure you bring the right gear and don't forget anything, otherwise you're screwed. Camps are a really amazing opportunity to bond with other writers and producers. That is honestly one of the main reasons people love them so much. The only challenge in that is that we're also trying to write songs, and when everybody's just trying to hang, the songs are not always getting done. So you want to strike a balance between getting the song done, working, but also making sure that it's really fun and be prepared. People will be drunk. Usually camps are a really good opportunity to connect with either artists or A&Rs directly. They will usually attend the camp, give the brief on what kinds of songs they're looking for, what they're hoping to get out of the camp, so make sure you listen and actually follow their directions. Songwriters, these are the 5 things you should never do in a songwriting session. Don't name drop too much. It's okay to mention who you've worked with, but if you do it a lot, it makes you look insecure and honestly kind of pisses people off. Some collaborations are not the right match and it's easy to get visibly upset, but try to keep yourself from doing that because that can give you a bad reputation. Don't show up totally unprepared. You should definitely have some things you can bring to the session, like concepts if you're a top liner, or a track if you're a producer. But also, don't be afraid to try something from scratch if nobody is vibing with the ideas that you brought in. Lastly, please don't ever put your shoes on your collaborator's bed. True story. This is how you can write a girl crush K-pop song, like Blackpink. The demo I'm gonna show you guys is called Make It Hot. We actually wrote it with JC from the band NSYNC. Crazy. But anyway, these are some of the elements that you need to produce this kind of girl crush song.
All night, burn my eyes, burn my eyes. You make it hot, hot, hot.
And this is what it all sounds like put together.
That ball. All night, burn my eyes, burn my eyes. You make it hot, hot, hot. When the temperature rise, you make it hot, hot, hot.
I definitely have advice on how you can start showing your songs to record labels in Asia. Now, the first thing you gotta know is, unfortunately, it is kind of a closed industry. You can't just like email your songs to a label. If they don't know you, they're not gonna respond or even open the email. They'll probably just trash it. So traditionally, if you don't have relationships, which nobody starting out does really, you have to go through a third party. So usually it's a publisher or a manager. If you don't know what they do, definitely go online and look that up. And it is definitely still really difficult to hit up managers and publishers cold, but especially managers, I feel like if you have really good songs, and I mean like really good, don't send them like unfinished demos, you can definitely send your stuff to a manager to just kind of show them like, hey, this is what I do. Would you be interested in like trying out working with me? But I also think another really good way to kind of like get into the industry is just to collaborate with people that already do this. Now, it's also hard. I feel like everything is hard in the music industry. But what you can do is you can definitely hit up people that already like have cuts in Korea and Japan and just be like, hey, you know, here's me, here's my music. Would you like to collaborate? If you're really, really new, it's probably going to be difficult for you to get with people that have a lot of relationships and a lot of stuff going. Maybe try somebody who's just once worked on a Korean project, somebody like a little bit more starting out. Another thing you can also do is people like professional songwriters, a lot of us have day rates. Like we literally just kind of basically charge to work with people that are new, and it's almost like a teacher kind of thing. Like you can work with a professional songwriter, like see how they do things, learn from them. It's a cool way to do it as well. But here's the thing that nobody talks about. I think, yes, the industry is hard. It's hard to get into it and all of that. But the thing that really, really matters is how good your songs are. If you write great songs, you can find your way in, because people will hear them and go, oh, this is legit. So yeah, I would definitely suggest, instead of like spending a lot of time trying to crack the industry or anything like that, just work on your craft, write like hundreds of songs. I'm not joking. I've written thousands of songs in my life, like probably like 4,000 at this point, and I'm in my 30s, so like that makes sense. But you know, don't be afraid to like get your hands dirty and just get in. Want to produce vocals like Ariana Grande?
What's wrong? Did you get caught? Did you make a fool when you drank too much?
Add compression and EQ. Also some quarter note delay.
What's wrong? Did you get caught? Did you make a fool when you drank too much? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Did you get caught? Did you make a fool when you drank too much? What's wrong? Did you mess up when you drank too much? Take three girls at once. What's wrong? Did you get caught? Did you make a fool when you drank too much? What's wrong? Did you mess up? Baby, don't take three girls at once.
I'm going to show you guys how to very easily get started writing and producing a song. For those of you guys that are new and don't know this, there are several websites out there where you can buy license-free instrumental samples, and you can take it and use it to write songs to, and it's basically yours to use. So on a site like ITZY, you can basically buy samples individually, and then there's websites like Splice where it's basically subscription based and you get all of these sounds for free. So let's say you went with Splice. The first thing you want to do is look for a starter in the Splice client. So basically it will give you sort of like these loops that are specifically made for you to just pop into your DAW and get writing. So let's say I like this sample. I'm going to grab it and drag it down to my DAW, which is Ableton. So right here it says it's in 130 BPM. Let's create a bass part out of this sample really quickly. So what you want to do is just grab it, and then you use the convert harmony to new MIDI track option right here. It's just right clicking it. So what this does is basically extracts the chords of the sample, and it's not usually perfect, but it's pretty close. So this sounds like this for now. So what I'm gonna do is just find the bass notes of this and turn this into a bass part. Basically, I'm grabbing all of the top notes and just deleting them until I just leave the bass notes, the bottom ones. Okay, so I got rid of all the notes that aren't the bass note, and then I've just basically dragged in a bass sound. You can use a lot of different things, but I used Sublab, and I used just a preset that I like called Mask Off. And together with the main sample, this is what this sounds like. Now, this is already sounding pretty good to me, but I want to add some drums now. So for those of you that are beginners, I know it can be kind of intimidating to arrange drums. What I suggest in this case is that you look at loops of drums, try different feels, and see what works for your song. For example, if we go back to Splice and we put our BPM range between 128 and 137, and then we can look at the suggestions that are given to us and find parts that are feeling like they would be good to try with the song. Like, for example, I think this is really cool. So we can just grab this and drag this in here. And now we get to hear this drum part with this beginning song. So that already felt pretty good to me, but let's say we're not loving it. Let's go back to, this time let's go to ITZY, and we can look at different loops. Yeah, this one feels really good. So this time I'm gonna drag this one in, and we can hear how it feels with these chords. Voila! Just like that, you have a starter beat to write to. Producers, I'm gonna show you my top 5 budget-friendly plugins for producing vocals. Valhalla Vintage Verb is only $50 and it's my favorite reverb.
I don't need distractions, I don't need the fun. I just want the one that's been here since the day one. I don't buy the cheapest, I just get the fun.
Next is Doubler by Waves, which can thicken your vocals and make them sound more unique.
I don't need distractions, I don't need the fun. I just want the one that's been here since the day one.
Next is Autotune EFX, which is much cheaper than regular Autotune.
I see you there in the dark, dark, dark.
Isotope Vinyl is a free plugin that's amazing for making your vocals sound lo-fi.
There in the dark.
RC20 Retro Color is amazing for adding all kinds of effects to your vocals.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
This is how I wrote Talk to Me for Red Velvet. My music partner and I wrote the song in English.
And every time you're looking at me, speaking with your eyes, giving me the vibe.
And then it got translated to Korean. When you write for K-pop, you know most of your lyrics are going to get translated, but the phonetics are still really important.
Keep it real, keep it real, keep it real, keep it real with me. 기다린, 속삭임.
Background vocals are super important for K-pop.
Talk to me, yeah, talk to me, talk to me, yeah, talk to me.
The fun thing is they actually kept a lot of these demo vocals tucked under Red Velvet's vocals on the record.
Talk to me. Boy, 모든 걸 다 말해줘. 나, 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 나. 누구시기에 다가와 talk to me, talk to me. 한 줄기 했을 처음 사건이 사건이.
Alright guys, so these were my top 10 tips from 2021. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and turn those post notifications down below so you don't miss any future videos from me. And on this note, I'm gonna peace out, you guys. I'm gonna go drink some eggnog and sit under my Harry Potter Christmas tree and generally just enjoy my break. I hope you guys do as well, and I will see you guys next year. Bye for now.